Hey Dabbers, and welcome back to another Dab 2000 video. And today, I will be ranking all the 20... That's Junior right there. Come here. This is Junior. Go subscribe to his channel.
That's Junior. I'm going to probably post tomorrow.
Yes, and this will be my final video.
When his video comes out, my video will probably be out as well.
Yeah, this will be my final video of 2022. What a good year. And today I will be ranking all the 2022 movies that I saw this year. Now this list took like a whole year to make because
I got my own little setup over here, so I'm right here.
Yeah. So basically, this took basically a year because I was writing down each movie I saw throughout 2022, and I have 34 movies I've seen in 2022. Some of them were pretty horrible, and some of them were some of the best movies ever made. So I will be telling Junior what he thought about that movie, and
only if I saw it, because
some he hasn't seen. I'm gonna ask him the ones he has seen, and he'll give a quick reaction to it, and then I will start talking about that movie. So let's get started. Coming in at number 34, I have Turning Red, my least favorite movie
ever
of 2022. Now, Junior?
My least favorite movie ever.
Yeah, okay, so that's it.
I hate it.
Alright, so I haven't posted a new Pixar ranking because I would think I would wait till next year for more Pixar movies. But what I think about Turning Red was I just thought this was the worst movie we got this year. I didn't even think the characters were that likable. I thought all the characters were really whiny, and I didn't like all the red panda stuff. It was kind of dumb. So I just thought this movie was really bad, so that's why it comes in at my least favorite movie of 2022. Alright, coming in at number 33, I have Disenchanted. This is the movie I actually watched today as I'm filming this video. This probably won't be the day it's posted, but I just seen this. This is the newest movie I've seen.
For you guys, we probably watched this movie yesterday.
Yes. So, Junior?
It was kind of boring.
Okay.
We took like a 3-hour break. We stopped watching it.
Yeah. So basically, we had to watch Enchanted, the first movie, so we can understand what's happening in the sequel. And I thought the sequel was way worse than the original. I thought the original was fine and all. It was just alright. It was just wasn't for me. And then Disenchanted was way lower than that. I did not like Disenchanted at all. So I just thought the plot of her, the princess, becoming evil and stuff wasn't really that good and all. So that's why it's at number 33. Coming in at number 32, I have Cheaper by the Dozen, the remake. What do you think about this one?
I would say something, but I forgot it.
Yeah. What I can say about this movie, it was just so forgettable. Like, I totally forgot this movie came out this year. And I also forgot what happened in this movie. And all I remember was it was just weird, and it was just a cheap ripoff of the original. Alright, coming out at number 31, I have Night of the Museum, Kamara Rises Again. Junior, what do you think?
It was very disappointing.
Yes. Because, if you don't know, me and Junior watched the first 3 movies when we were little kids.
They were so good.
And they were so good to us, we thought they were the best movie ever.
We watched them every time we went on a road trip.
Yeah, so, we watched the original movies all the time. And when this one came out, it was animated, so I was like, well, this isn't going to be good. And I was correct. This movie was my least favorite of the Night in the Museum movies. But it was just so weird. I didn't like how the original person wasn't there and it was his kid. And I didn't really like the animation. The animation was just so weird, so that's why it comes in right here. Alright, coming in at number 30, I have Ice Age Buck Wild.
I am super disappointed.
Here, come in here, Junior.
I am extremely disappointed. This is my second favorite movie of this year. So, Dad, you disappoint me.
How?
You disappoint me.
I don't know how it's one of his favorites.
I must take over this channel.
No. Stop it.
I don't need it. I already have my channel.
Yeah, he has his own channel.
I just need more subs.
like from Subway.
You know all the songs from Subway.
So, Ice Age Buck Wild. I thought this was just a weird Ice Age movie because it's not about our main Ice Age characters. It's about the person that lives under the ice, and it's Buck Wild. I just didn't really like the dinosaur aspects of this movie. It was just kind of, for me, boring. Coming in at number 29, I have Paws of Fury, The Legends of Hank.
I want to watch the Paws of Fury.
So what do you think about this movie, Junior?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Probably top 10.
He likes all animated movies, if you can't
Animated
tell.
movies are so good in my opinion.
He likes animated movies so much. But I thought Paws of Fury was alright. It was just some cheap entertainment from people that just wanted to make a movie, and that's really about it. I have nothing really good to say about this movie, so it was just fine. 28, I have Man from Toronto. Our first Netflix entry on this. I think it's the first on Netflix. Yeah, this is the first Netflix introduction to this list because there was a lot of Netflix stuff that came out this year and also Disney Plus, but a lot of Netflix movies that I saw. My least favorite that I saw was Man from Toronto. Junior hasn't seen this movie, so I'm not gonna tell him. But
I was somewhere.
I just thought this movie was way too funny, and the story didn't really make that much sense and all that, and I just thought it was way too funny, and I just didn't really like the story about the assassins and stuff. 27, I have Slumberland, the second Netflix movie on this. And Junior, what did you think of Slumberland?
I fell asleep during it.
Yeah, he fell asleep during the movie. I thought it was alright. It's about, like, this girl going into dreams and meeting this Flip character played by Jason Momoa. So, I mean, it was fine and all. It's just, I didn't really like all the dream aspects. I thought it was just, like, it was actually pretty obvious of, like, what the twist was in this movie. So, that's why it's pretty low. 26, I have...
What was the twist?
I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't seen it.
Oh,
yet.
wait, spoiler warnings.
Yeah, spoiler warnings for everything. 26, I have Pinocchio, the live-action Pinocchio, and Junior, what do you think about Pinocchio?
I really liked it, except for the sea monster, like the whale. It was like a sea monster, not a whale.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
I thought this was, like, alright. It's just one thing that I didn't like is because me and Junior just don't really like the original Pinocchio. So, we don't really like the live-action Pinocchio either, so... You know, it was fine. It's just I didn't really like it.
Don't hate us for this.
Yeah. 25, I have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules.
The first one was really good.
Do you like this one?
It was really good.
I thought this was better than the first one. It's just, I just don't think they really cracked the code to make a Diary of a Wimpy Kid book into a movie. See, I just don't think they cracked the code with that and tried to make it into a movie. But what we got...
Definitely cracked the code.
But for me, I just think this is the best Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie we got. But it was just fine. 24, I have Troll, another Netflix movie. Junior has not seen this movie, but it was just kind of weird. It wasn't in English, so they have the dub over English for this movie. And I thought the premise was just basically a monster movie. It was just this big troll destroying the city and stuff, and you realize it was, like, misunderstood and stuff, so that's really about it. 23, I have Death on the Nile, one of the murder mystery movies, one of the two murder mystery movies I saw. One is Glass Onion, and the other is Death on the Nile. Glass Onion was way better, so it's way up on this list. But Death on the Nile, I just didn't really like it. I thought the murder aspect of this movie was kind of weird. I didn't really like the detective that much, and basically, like, the murdering doesn't even happen until, like, 40 minutes of the movie, and the detective doesn't suspect people within, like, an hour of the movie, and there's only, like, 40 minutes left of the movie. So, like, it didn't really play its time out well. And I thought the who killed him was just fine, I guess. I'm not going to spoil that either.
What? I need to know.
No, you don't. Alright. 22, I have Minions Rise of Gru. What did you think of Minions Rise of Gru, Junior?
I liked it a lot.
A
lot of people loved this movie.
Yeah. I thought Minions Rise of Gru was fine. I didn't really care for it that much. I thought the original 3 Despicable Me movies were better. But, you know, just a fun introduction to see Gru as a child and learning his steps into his evil self. But other than that, it was just fine. 21, I have Strange World, one of the new animated Disney movies. What did you think about Strange World?
I really liked it.
Alright.
I think the blimp was really cool, and I like the Jello guy.
Okay. So, Strange World is fine. Disney didn't really promote this movie that much, which is kind of strange. But I thought it was...
Get it?
I thought it was pretty good. Like, I did like to see all these weird creatures and stuff. I just thought the characters weren't really that likable in this movie because, like, you're not really like, oh, I really like this character. There's no one you really like in this movie, so that's why it's kind of down low. 20, I have Bad Guys from one of the most popular book series out there.
I've read a couple of them.
Yeah, Junior, what do you think of Bad Guys?
I think they combined in the first 2 or 3 books, which I really liked.
See, I've only read the first book when I was little, and so I just walked in this movie because Junior read all the books, well, most of the books.
I haven't read the newer ones.
Yeah, and I only read one, and I just watched it because it was a 2022 movie. So, it was fine and all. I liked all the characters in this movie and how it was kind of like Ocean's 11 type stuff. Well, kind of. It was a spy thing.
I didn't even see Ocean's 11.
Yeah, it was kind of like Ocean's 11, kind of, but other than that, I liked the characters. I didn't really expect there was going to be a twist villain in this, so it was pretty fun, and it's just a fine movie. 19, I have Samaritan.
Number 19, Mouse and Make the Beast.
Why?
I don't know, I had to.
Samaritan, I watched this. This is the Prime...
Oh!
I don't know what just happened. The Prime Video movie starring Sylvester Stallone as the hero / villain-ish. So, I thought this was kind of a good movie. I like the twist at the end, where I'm not going to spoil it, but the twist at the end of this movie was pretty good. And I like how this kid sees this hero and knows who this hero is and wants to go in his footsteps. And they're just trying to beat up bad guys and stuff, and it was actually pretty good. 18, I have Thor, Love and Thunder. If you haven't seen my 2022 most anticipated movies list, Thor, Love and Thunder was my most anticipated Marvel movie for this year. And I thought it was...
You didn't ask me about Samaritan.
Oh, yeah. Samaritan. What did you think about Samaritan?
It was okay. The twist was good, though.
Yeah. And then what about Thor, Love and Thunder? Yeah.
I didn't really like it.
And it turned out to be my least favorite Marvel movie of this year. I just thought this movie leaned heavily too much on the comedy aspects of this movie instead of story with Gore the God Butcher and all that. So I wish they'd spend more time with the Gore the God Butcher stuff and more story elements instead of more comedy. 17, I have Jurassic World Dominion. And I said this weird in my 2022 most anticipated movies. I said Jurassic World Destruction or something. Demolition, you know?
Yeah,
but
Domination.
It's Dominion. And, I would say this movie's pretty good because you got all the original cast from the original Jurassic Park films coming back into the Jurassic World franchise in the new one. But I wish it was more about dinosaurs and not about these locusts and this company and stuff. So I think the locusts was just a stupid way to end your Jurassic World franchise. And I also thought, this is your finale to your Jurassic World franchise. And it ends...
Didn't you like just say that?
No. But, like, it ends exactly how the last movie ended. There's still dinosaurs in there. How is this a finale to the series? It barely even did anything. So...
Wait, it's a finale.
Yeah, it was the finale to the Jurassic World franchise.
So there's no more ever coming?
Well, there might be, like, a reboot of it. But you never know.
I was never really a huge fan of Jurassic World, honestly.
Yeah, neither am I. I have posted a Jurassic World ranking and park ranking. If you want to know what my favorite Jurassic World park/park ranking is, go check out my Jurassic World and Jurassic Park ranking
We ain't
on the
it.
channel.
You have to figure it out
yeah.
yourself.
Alright, coming in at number 16, I have Super Pets. And I just thought this was a fun movie with, instead of our main superheroes like Superman, Batman, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman and stuff like that, they focused on the pets because, honestly, I think the pets were pretty, like, I like the super pets of the DC universe. And,
What's the DCE?
oh, what did you think about Jurassic World Dominion? And what did you think about
liked
Super Pets?
I really like Super Pets, honestly. Then, like, I went to Walmart, I saw a huge Super Pet toy, and I was like, yo! I didn't get it, though.
So,
I didn't get it. Like, it was kind of dumb, but I was like,
yo. So, Super Pets, I liked how it was like an introduction to, like, a hero story with the Super Pets of how they how they got their powers and form as a team. But I also liked how it was like the classic pet story and stuff. Alright, at number 15, I have Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. What do you think about Chip 'n Dale, Junior?
Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
What do you think about it?
It's very good.
Alright. This is the most surprising one on this list because I thought this movie would be pretty bad, not that even good, not really that good. But when I watched it, it was actually pretty good. It had a lot of Disney cameos in it, which I thought they handled that really nicely. And I also liked the villain, how it was Peter Pan, because they wouldn't hire him again because he was too old and stuff. So I just thought this was a pleasant surprise. Alright, coming in at number 14, I have Enola Holmes 2. What do you think about Enola Holmes 2?
It was okay.
I thought, I watched the first one and I thought it was just okay. I thought it was kind of confusing and it just had too many plot lines going everywhere. But I thought Enola Holmes 2 was way better. They had a more focused story about, like, this girl is losing her, stepsister or something. And they have to find her, and then all the other stuff happens along the way. I think Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes was awesome. I just thought all the mystery stuff in this movie was also good too. And I think this is just a really good movie. Alright, coming in at number 13, I have The Adam Project. Another Netflix movie like Enola Holmes 2 and others on this list. What did you think about Adam Project, Junior?
I did not like it.
He did not like this movie. See, I thought this movie was pretty good. I like how it was more like a time travel story with Ryan Reynolds as this grown-up kid from the past and stuff, and they lost their father. I just think this was a really cool movie with all the weapons and stuff. I liked all the, like, story arcs and the ship fights. I just thought this was a really clever movie. Alright, coming in at number 12, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Special. What do you think about the Guardians of the Galaxy Special, Junior?
I kind of liked it. It was decent.
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good little special. I didn't know where to put it. I just put it on this movie list because it's kind of a movie, but not really a show. It's like 40 minutes long, so I just added it because why not? And I just thought this was a pretty good movie with Mantis trying to tell Star-Lord of that they're siblings, and her and Drax try to go find a perfect present for Peter Quill.
Is that actually from the comic books?
Maybe.
Comment down below if you read the comic books, because we don't really.
Well, I kind of do.
We've read a couple.
Yeah.
None of them.
Alright, coming in at number 11, I have Lightyear, the other Pixar movie that came out this year. And I thought this was a huge step up, huge step up from Turning Red. What do you think about Lightyear?
This for me is gonna be number 1 in my place. It's number 1 for me. I really like this.
Number 1?
Number 1 for 2023.
Okay, this is 2022 though.
2022, I meant. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Don't
So,
yell at me.
This barely made my top 10, but I thought there was 10 more better movies than Lightyear.
10 more?
10 more
Oh,
movies
yeah.
better than Lightyear. So, I thought Lightyear was a pretty good origin of why Andy wanted a toy of Buzz Lightyear. And I think they handled that pretty good. It's kind of weird that they stayed on one planet
If I was Andy,
throughout the whole movie.
If I was Andy, I would want a toy as well.
Yeah. It was kind of weird that they stayed in one location throughout the whole movie. But it's still good. I still like this movie, and it barely made my top 10, but it didn't. Alright, coming in at number 10, I have Elvis. The hugest surprise on this list for me. Because, honestly, okay, just to clear this, Junior has not seen this movie, so I'm not going to ask him.
Man.
So, Elvis, I just never thought I would really like this movie because it's all about singing and dancing and stuff. And I was like, this movie's probably not for me. But I did sit down and see it because it had great reviews. So I watched it, and I was actually pleasantly surprised. I thought this movie was pretty good of, like, the origin of Elvis and, like, what he did in his life and stuff. Because I didn't really know that much about Elvis. Well, Elvis is real.
I know.
It's a true story.
No, I guess I'm kind of just stupid now.
So, you know, Elvis, it was just a big surprise, and I didn't really realize how much I would like this movie this much. Alright, coming in at number 9, I have Avatar: The Way of Water, and I had this on my bottom of my most anticipated movies for 2022, and this was a huge step up because I thought it was better than the first Avatar film. And before I start talking more, Junior, what do you think about Avatar: The Way of Water?
I love this movie. It was great.
You love it?
No, I don't love it. I thought this movie was great.
You liked it?
I really liked it.
Alright.
I swallowed my own spit, and I was like, that was why I was coughing.
So, Avatar: The Way of Water, I thought this was a bigger step up from the original Avatar because they didn't have to set up anything in this. You already know what happened in the first one. You could just go on. And I thought all the water people in this movie were pretty cool. I liked all the fights in this movie. And I like how it was more about the Sullys. And, like, Jake Sully has to realize he can't run away from his fears. Alright, coming in at number 8, I have Werewolf by Night. And, Junior, what do you think about Werewolf by Night?
I really liked it.
Alright. I thought this was one of the... I think this is... Yeah, this is... No. This is my second favorite MCU thing that came out this year. And I think this was a really cool idea that it was all in black and white. And it was about, like, kind of like a horror thing. And it was pretty cool how all these people got together to hunt monsters and stuff. And I want to see more of this world. Alright, coming in at number 7.
What if all the same world?
Well, yeah, but I want to see more of these characters and stuff.
That's what I'm playing.
Alright, coming in at number 7, I have The Gray Man, another Netflix movie. And I thought this was a pretty good movie. Junior has not seen this movie. So,
I almost watched it, but then I ended up playing Roblox with Middle and Minnie.
alright. So, The Gray Man, I thought this was a pretty good action movie. And I liked how Chris Evans is not the hero. He's the villain in this movie. I like all the fight scenes. Like, the fight scenes are over the top. And they're, like, shot really good. And I just like the story of this movie about these agents and stuff. I just thought this was a pretty good movie. Alright. Coming in at number 6, I have Sonic 2. And I think this was... I don't know which one's better between the first Sonic and the second Sonic. Because they were so close together. So I can't really decide which one's my favorite. Junior, what do you think about Sonic 2?
It was good.
Alright. Sonic 2, I really liked how they brought in all the video game aspects of the Sonic video games. Like, they brought in Tails and Knuckles and all the Eggman in his classic uniform.
And there's a Sonic 3, hopefully, and I think Shadow and Amy might be in it.
Yeah.
Hopefully Amy's in it, because I know Shadow's going to be in it.
Yeah, so Sonic 2, a very good movie. Alright, Dabbers, we made it into the top 5. At number 5, I have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Now, this is my favorite thing that came out from the MCU in this year, because I think that this was a great way to send off the character Chadwick Boseman, aka the Black Panther, in the MCU. So I think this was a great send off for him, and it was a very emotional film because the actor actually really died.
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. And I thought the villain was one of the best villains we've gotten, aka Namor, the villain, one of our best MCU villains we got. Just a very good film. Alright, at number 4, I have Uncharted. Now, to be fair, wait, Junior, what did you think about Black Panther Wakanda Forever?
I really liked it.
And what about Uncharted?
Uncharted, I was playing a Sonic game during it, the second time I watched it, but it is a really good movie. I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like the boat fight. Like, honestly, that's like one of the best fights ever.
So, Uncharted, to be fair, me and Junior have not played the Uncharted games. We've only just seen this movie. And I thought this was a pretty fun movie, of an action movie with all these characters and stuff. And I really liked the action in this movie. All the villains were awesome. I just thought this was a really good movie. Alright, made it to the top 3. At number 3, I have Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Now,
I've not seen this.
I think this was a huge step up. Yeah, Junior hasn't seen number 3 on my list and number 2 on this list. So, I think this is a huge step up to the Death of the Nile, even though they're not connected at all. I thoroughly enjoyed Knives Out, the original Knives Out, and I really did like Glass Onion. These two are like Sonic and Sonic 2. They're very close. Knives Out and Glass Onion are very close. I just really like the mystery in this movie of Glass Onion. And I liked all the murders in this movie, the mystery. And it was even twistier than the original movie. I just thought this was a great film. And it is my favorite Netflix film we got.
Ever?
Well, yeah, maybe ever. Alright. At number 2...
But not the best thing, because Cobra Kai is better.
Yeah. At number 2, I have Top Gun Maverick.
I've not seen this.
I did not really like the original Top Gun. I thought it was just alright, and I almost fell asleep during it. But I did make it through the first Top Gun. And then I went to see Top Gun Maverick, and it was amazing. It was one of the best movies I've seen. It is one of the best movies of this year. I thought this movie was it was like funny and emotional, and it had great action with the jets and stuff. I just think this movie is so good. Some people would say this is number 1, but at number 1, I have The Batman. This was my most...
Batman Rise of Gru.
What do you think of The Batman, actually?
It was not my favorite. I will say. It was kind of weird.
This is my favorite movie that came out this year. This was my most anticipated movie for this year. And it was my favorite movie that came out this year. So, it was at number 1. I really liked the villain in this movie, like, as Riddler. I thought it was just really cool. And I also liked the Robert Pattinson Batman in this universe. I like all the city and stuff. I like Falcone. I think he was a good person and like a good villain in this movie. So that's why it comes in at number 1. What do you guys think of my list? Down below in my comment section. And yes, I did not see every single movie in 2022 because there's way too much movies to watch every single one. What is your favorite movies of 2022 and what is your least favorite movies of 2022? Down in the comment section. I will check you guys on another Dab 2000 video in 2023. Goodbye, Dabbers.